which teams have impressed us the most?
David
I
Starr.
think, yeah. I
Because
think
yeah,
I want to give some credit to Germany. They're expected to do well, right? But off the back of the last two World Cups and whatever was happening with their federation, right? I mean, they've not gone past the group
mm,
stages in the last two World Cups. And for them to emphatically and commandingly do it this time around, right? I would give them some
mhm.
kudos. That's among the big teams, people who are actually doing what they need to do. Japan has really, really impressed me. That team, I don't still know their style of play, but whatever they are doing is effective. They get the job done, right? Japan, I like what they are
Mm.
doing. The home team, USA, I know it's a lot of ginger and it's a lot of aggression. Somebody will calm it down eventually, but I didn't even expect them to get the two wins that
Hmm.
they've gotten, right? Then to the smash and grab
Yeah.
teams, my African brothers, Cape Verde, DRC. I'm impressed with Iran too, with all the persecution that they faced and how
Hmm.
they've been able to hold their own. I mean, solid work. I think we should all watch out for Colombia. They might do some demons. We should watch out for them. They look like they're the other South American team that would really 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 do well. I can't say France has impressed me because it's expected of them. Maybe when I see two more games and then I would
Yeah.
know what's up with them. Norway was expected to beat Iraq, so when they play against Senegal today, I would also be able to know what's up. Argentina only has one goal scorer at this World Cup. When the day that guy doesn't score, I don't know what will become of them. So I really can't rate them yet, but I think that's my own general assessment so far.
Fair enough. DJ Pablo, I know you've been streaming a lot talking about the
Yeah,
World Cup,
I
so I'm sure
would
you have like
no, no,
5
no.
million
I
takes.
would agree with David particularly. I was in well up
Mm.
until the Argentina game. I was looking forward to what Algeria was going to. I mean, Austria was going to do.
Yeah.
Seeing as Ralf Ragnick was there, and they have like some players, Konrad Lima. You have Anautovic. I don't know. Anautovic is a player I love. No matter his age, he just kind of puts in a good performance every
It
time, and
turns
he's an
up.
impact player.
I don't,
It
yeah,
turns up, yeah.
yeah,
So when he was coming on today, I was like, isn't it already late to bring in Anatovic? You should have come on in the second half to kind of change things. He's a finisher, he's a poacher. At least he had two chances. I was particularly impressed by, I think, this guy, what's his name? The midfielder that played for Man United at one point, Marcel Sabitzer.
Sabitzer.
Played on
Yeah,
the left side and tried to cut in to create chances, but it wasn't working. He was putting in crosses, but they were missing. There was a clear header that the striker, I think it was Gregor Tich, hit and he kind of went over the post. If it was Anatovic, that's going in the back of the net because he jumps really high as well. But apart from that, I was particularly impressed by Mexico. When they started the first two games, the way they started their
Mm.
first two games against South Africa, grinding out a win against South Korea, despite the fact that South Korea were pressing and pressing and pressing, Mexico were able to do that, get
yeah,
two wins on home soil.
yeah.
Canada as well. Canada has impressed me, two wins. And Jesse March kind of bringing together a group of young players to actually just kind of make things happen, even despite the setback in the last game against Qatar where Kone broke his leg. They still
His
managed to
leg. Yeah,
get 6-0. Yeah. I mean, the truth is, with those teams, with Canada, you only beat what's in front of you. And to get two wins in your second World Cup, that's like absolutely, astounding for them. I was also particularly impressed by Morocco, despite the fact that they've been doing a lot of like theatrics and all of that. But yeah, to get a grind out a win.
Standard.
You- But
They've
yeah,
perfected
bro,
it since
perfected it
AFCON.
since AFCON. Grind out a good, solid defensive performance against Scotland that was huffing and puffing as well. That one I can say. I mean,
Please.
Brazil got a draw in the first leg, the first game, managed to turn up. And why I say they managed to turn up is because I think Ancelotti is not. I don't know what tactics Ancelotti is using in this Brazil team because I don't understand why you would bench a high performing Cunha for a chance missing Igor Thiago. I don't understand. Igor Thiago is the kind of striker.
You have to
Bruh,
keep everyone fresh.
you
It's
got
a long
Thiago is the
tournament.
kind
It's
of
a long
attacker that you
tournament, my
give
friend.
10 chances, you score one. But Sid Cunha, 2 chances, boom, he was done. 65 minutes, they took him as a. So it's like,
Yeah, you're just hyping all your. This is that we
nah,
call that
bro. Nah,
Manchester
bro.
United
But we all
tax.
know what
That's what
Cunha.
you're just doing.
Brazil number 9. It's all this. Then United States, yeah, I watch them.
Yeah.
But one thing I understand that happens is that the first 40 minutes, that's when they are very potent. The rest is all a bunch of missed chances and defensive resilience.
Yeah, but that's what you need, though. That's what you need, though. That's what you need because you can beat your opponents in those first 40
Yeah.
minutes.
And
That's what Argentina. That's what Argentina does. And it's no coincidence their coach is Pochettino,
yeah,
Argentine too.
yeah, bro.
Argentina tries to beat you in the
Yeah,
first 40
but
minutes, first
But
30, 40
Pochettino
minutes.
tries to play. That's the most important thing. He tries to play. The US are playing. They're not defending, sitting back and countering. So that one, I was particularly.
But that's what Argentina start, if you watch the game initially, Argentina started playing from this game. The first 30 minutes they were playing.
That's what I'm saying.
But the moment they
The
scored,
US play.
they
The US
retreated.
played the full 90 minutes. So that Pochettino likening, based on the fact that it's an Argentine, is out the window because the US played the full 90 minutes. They make the game very interesting and watchable, not the Argentine way. So that one's out the window. Germany, yeah, they pretty much came from a go down to win Ivory Coast, but they've done well in their group. The team that are
Thanks to Ivory Coast stupidity.
and Adingra as well, very stupid guy, but it's all good. The thing that the two teams that I'm particularly not impressed with, they've been so
Wait, Johnny,
okay.
we'll come there. We'll come
Okay,
there.
let
Johnny
me let
has
me
not told
let
us
me
he's
wrap up
impressed. The
with
teams
that.
he's impressed with.
Then another
Yeah.
team that has impressed me particularly, or these two teams, David mentioned them, Cape Verde. They've done really well, grinding out 2 draws in the World Cup, draw against Spain and against Uruguay. And if they get a win in the next game, they are most likely going to go through, right? New Zealand as well.
A draw takes them through. That's on my
Yeah,
side. A draw is probably going to
but with
take
the way
them
they are
through.
playing, they look like they're going to get a win anytime soon. Japan,
Who's their last game
I
against?
think their last game will be
Saudi.
Yeah, they can beat Saudi Arabia. They can actually beat
exactly.
Saudi
So if they
Arabia.
get a
Yes, you're
win,
right.
if they get a win, like in that group,
That's
Cape,
5 points, bro.
Cape
That's
Verde,
mad.
Cape Verde plays Saudi Arabia.
That's mad.
Imagine Cape Verde coming second,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying.
That's crazy. Sorry for our
So
language.
Cape Verde against Saudi Arabia, that's looking like a sure win for them because Saudi Arabia have been very underwhelming. How they got a draw against Uruguay is still beyond me. Then Uruguay plays Spain. So
We'll talk about
so
it.
that one, I for Uruguay versus Spain, I smell a draw there because I don't think Marcelo Bielsa will let another Spain to have the upper hand. Now, Spain have been underwhelming in this World Cup, despite their win, but it is what it is. So that's pretty much my whole take.
Yeah, so for me, it's very, very easy before I pass to Johnny Boy. I'm just repping my West African people. Cote d'Ivoire has impressed me. Cape Verde has impressed me.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to be they have stage fright. They
Whipping
didn't have stage
boys.
fright.
To be fair, not only you, a lot of people. Not only you.
Yeah. But for me, I know that the big boys, this is how they play the tournaments. They just start slow and give everyone minutes, rotate, so that when it comes to knockout stage, it's a shootout. So I'm not really looking at the big boys for now. Johnny Boy, what about you?
So me,
Most team that impressed you the most
the first team that has impressed me so much, which was in Group A, I would say Japan. I'll start with Japan. Though Japan was not a new thing, but Japan is they play like old Germany. You know how Germans used to play where they were fast, quick. That's the way Japan
but don't
plays.
you think that is because
Fast,
their
quick,
players have come of age?
effective.
Like most of the guys in that squad are around their 26, 27, 28. So they seem to have come of age.
Yeah, but remember last World Cup too? That's how they played last World Cup as well. So they are consistently getting to that point.
World Cup, they won a group with Spain and Germany.
Germany and Spain.
They topped the group with Spain.
So
and
they have a good. They have,
7 points. 7 points.
Japan
has
a
7
good
points.
squad. Like I'm particularly impressed by them.
I remember they are there without Mitoma, and there's one other guy. They are there without Mitoma, Endo, and there's one of their star players that didn't go too.
Endo has been
three
Endo
guys.
has been underperforming at Liverpool, so they have
he has not been playing, but with Japan he's good. You know, there are players whereby club side wise they don't really play well, but when they go to their countries, they are different beasts. Endo is one of them.
David, you asked about the formation they used
Mm.
and the style of play. It's a 3-4-3 formation. So 3-4-2-1.
For
For
who?
Japan, they start with a back three, and it's 3-4-3. So when you look at it, it looks very lopsided, but it's 3-4-3. Everybody's running, nobody is in one spot. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So me, I'll say Japan, yes, for
But it
sure.
works
Japan.
for them.
Japan, then obviously Canada for sure, because honestly speaking, we should have beaten
Yeah,
Bosnia.
I agree. 110.
It was also, I think maybe state. I think it's.
Johnny boy, how many ways are you going to say we for Canada? We for
Canada. I have
We
to
have
rep.
to
I
rep
have to rep
Canada,
Canada now.
bro. We have to,
Yeah.
We have to
to
rep
rep
Canada
green
now.
and white, please. Thank you.
We have to rep Canada now. I mean, I think what kicked Canada in the first game was stage fright, home crowd, first World Cup game. I think the whole pressure got to them because they were missing chances that against Qatar they didn't miss. So that told me that it was probably the stage that got to them. So after the first game, seeing how it was, they settled in the second game and they blew out. So Canada is my second team, and then I won't say Netherlands because I expected that for
Underwhelming.
them. Then I'll say obviously Cape Verde for sure. Cape Verde has been like, bro, it's been crazy. Like the whole world, like Vozinia. Bro, Vozinia had 50K subscribers on Instagram
13
right now. He
million.
has over
Yeah.
50 million.
Yeah, you're
Bro, it's mad.
right.
In the space of 1 week.
This World Cup is
So
a World
Cape Verde
Cup
has
for
been
social
very
media, because even there was this guy from Australia or
yeah,
something, right back. Somebody just
yeah.
posted a video of him on TikTok. The guy just blew from like a few 100,000 to like
Spain.
millions. Yeah,
New Zealand. Spain. Is
Team
it
Pain,
Team
yeah,
Pain
Team
or
Pain,
so?
and he got a new
Yeah.
he got a new like he got signed to a new club recently. That's like
Wow.
Then
Nice.
USA has impressed me because I remember going into the tournament, everybody was skeptical because they were losing a lot of games. They had infighting because some players were like, I remember Pochettino didn't. He at the point he didn't call up their stars. He was playing with like a second team and stuff. So people were like, "Oh, these guys have not gelled enough to be able to string anything." But like it seems Pochettino was actually preparing them for the World Cup because the way they are playing, they are fast, electric, bro. Balogun is mashing up the place. So USA has definitely impressed me. Who again has impressed me? Which I'll say I don't want to mention France because France is France. Ivory Coast, that comes to Ivory Coast has impressed me for sure. Yet again, they
And
can
what about disappointing one? Disappointing.
they
Who
can
have disappointed you? So
disappointing. I think I'll start with definitely Switzerland. I know they can still top the group, but they disappointed me because I expected Switzerland to minimum get nine points actually. To be honest with you, I expected them to get 9 points. I expected them to beat Qatar, which they didn't. They didn't beat Qatar. Who again has? I would say South Korea too, because honestly, I know Mexico were home, but South Korea didn't really. The way they played first game against Czech Republic, they didn't play that against Mexico. I don't know why. Maybe the home crowd and everything.
Yeah, but
They didn't play well.
there were 2 goal line clearances from
yep.
Mexico.
Towards
Yeah,
the
but
end
that
as
was the
well.
90th minute though. That's what I'm saying. It was like as I was towards the end of the game, so the other minutes they were not doing anything.
Okay.
So yeah, them. Then
Don't
also
worry,
I
they'll
would say,
be back against
Facts.
South Africa. They will live up to
Yeah,
expectation against South
exactly,
Africa.
bro. We need that. We need that.
then just like this guy Brazil too has been to me. I know they beat Haiti, but like Brazil, like Pablo said, what formation is actually playing? What is? I don't even know what's the identity. Honestly, for Brazil, I don't know what the identity is. I think it's more like just put 11 players on the pitch and they allow them to play what they want to play. And if we win, we win.
That's Carlo
Yeah,
Ancelotti.
I agree.
No, but at least in Madrid,
That's not my
no, but in Madrid, there were a little bit of tactics though. Sometimes you could see the tactical nose once in a while he brings it up.
The key word is sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
But with Brazil, I don't know what. So there too, I'll be underwhelming.
You're probably still figuring out the team. Well, again, other teams they'll grow as the tournaments go on.
Then to me, most European teams have been underwhelming. Turkey.
That's a good freeze shot for David. We'll keep it there like that.
Turkey. I mentioned Turkey, Switzerland. Which European teams have are in this World Cup? Sef?
Netherlands
Netherlands.
underwhelming. Belgium
Uh,
underwhelming as well.
Hmm.
Belgium. Yes, how
The
can I forget
worst,
Belgium?
bro.
Belgium. Portugal.
Portugal they
Yeah, well,
start
that's
late, so
definitely
that
yeah.
one is not. The first game was just crap. That's it, basically.
Yeah, but it's still underwhelming though with DRC Congo
No,
first
it's
game.
underwhelming. You can't beat your babies. You can't beat your babies. Is it because they understood their language or what? I don't understand. Like, come on. As I was saying, Ronaldo have seen Messi
That's
score,
worse. That makes it harder.
right?
That makes it harder.
That should be
That makes
that
sense
should
because
that should give you the
that's why
motivation.
he played like that though.
Makes
That's
it
why he
harder
tried to score by
because
all
the truth
means.
is,
That
the
that made it
moment
harder.
But they said is the man that can
no,
handle
bro,
the most pressure. Is built for the
it's not
pressure
even on
moment. So
Ronaldo when
which
it
one
comes
is
to that
excuse of
pressure. It's the
pressure again?
team. The moment Messi scores, the pressure seeps into the entire team, and then they are now under pressure.
Ah,
And
good
that was my issue with that Portugal game. The first game they had, it was just ridiculously disappointing. That's what I'm
against
saying.
Congo. By the
Ridiculously
way,
disappointing.
they play. By the way, Congo played
No, but Congo,
very good.
Congo
So,
shocked Portugal. Oh. They closed every space, every gap, everything, bro.
And Vitinha
Yeah,
that
So,
so
understands how to lock up. He's doing side to side passing. How to play against locked up teams. He's doing side to side passing. Locked up teams like one team like this that's on top of me like this now.
yeah, but even in the final, how many line
He
breaking
doesn't need
passes
to
did
make
he
line
play in
breaking
that final?
passes.
don't bite, Johnny boy,
I
don't
know.
bite, don't
He
bite.
doesn't need to play line breaking passes. He just need to break down the team. That's all. I'm not looking for line breaking passes. He was just incredibly disappointing on the day, man. Side to side passing, annoying, trying to be the one to
To me,
control
all the
things
South
and all that.
American teams have been underwhelming. All the South American teams, bar Argentina, every other South American team have been underwhelming. And this, why I
Even
was saying that
Mexico.
to me, this World Cup is exposed a lot of teams. That's what this World Cup is, and that's why I like it. I think that's what makes it more fun. Is that it's exposed a lot of countries that might 2026 after this World Cup, a lot of countries have to go into reset because the way they thought they were is not where they are at all. Like
Mm.
honestly speaking, they are not. Hey, probably they were living up hype of players or manager, but
No.
it's not what they were thinking at all because the gap between African teams and Asian teams and like European and South America is not much again. It's not much,
Mm.
honestly speaking.
yeah,
Which is good to hear. And David, who's your most
yeah.
disappointing so far?
Ah, so I won't put Turkey as part of my most disappointing because I expected them to do exactly what they're doing, right? So in terms of disappointment, Belgium is right up there. I will still
Definitely.
cut Portugal some slack because they've only played one game.
One
I
game,
expect
yeah,
them
true.
to pick up, expect them to pick up. I don't see them beating Colombia though, and that's why I disagree with Johnny Boy. I think Colombia has also been doing well, at least from the South American side. So, in terms of other disappointments at this tournament, I have to think hard about that one though. Who else do I think is playing below par? Who else do I think is playing below par? I
The problem
think
is
I think some
I can't
teams
remember some of the
I
groups.
don't want
That's the
to.
problem.
No,
I
I
think
still I
you
can
might have to
remember.
bring
It's
up
just that
the
some people have only
countries.
played one game.
Okay, let me put the
Some
groups
people
up
have only
again.
Yeah, so
played.
that we can
Oh yeah,
see it
maybe
better.
some people have played only one game, and I don't want to just judge them, based on that one game because
Yeah, it's
I
not
was
fair.
expecting Croatia to bring in a howler this World Cup. I think I told Dr. Toves that they're going there with a retirement team, just like Brazil.
Yes.
Someone joked on the internet and called this one Seleção do
Mm,
retirement. The selection for retirement because you're picking players that are just done
mhm.
and finished. So I don't know if I'll call Croatia to a disappointment because I expected them. I'm actually expecting them to get grouped. I'm not expecting them to go past, the group stages. South Korea, if they don't make it past that group, will be a big disappointment for me. I
Yeah,
think they are
it will.
doing okay, and I think they will do enough. I think they will do enough to qualify. They will take out South Africa, but if they don't, it's going to be a problem. But other than that, I think I will go with Johnny Boy's idea of South American teams, bar Argentina and Colombia. I still want to see one more game from Colombia before I conclude. Right, I think they're still showing some stuff. Their attack and midfield is really good. Where they have problems is in the defense, where they are still using Yeremina and Davinson Sanchez. I don't know who does that at this age
Well,
and
that's
time.
the experience they have, right?
Then, I mean, it can't be
They
as
can be
bad
as
as
bad, bro.
Belgium.
Belgium is
Well, I
underwhelming.
guess
Oh
they
my
can't be as
God,
bad as
Belgium is
Belgium. Belgium
Jesus
is
Lord.
absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I know so funny, bro.
Absolutely
Bro,
terrible.
De Bruyne is done, man. De Bruyne is done. Sad.
I don't know why they brought him to the World Cup in
De
the
Bruyne is
first place.
done, bro.
Like,
Like he looked so lost yesterday. He looked so lost on the
Yeah.
field. I think Belgium's best player is actually
Yeah,
Doku.
but
Honestly speaking,
Doku is not old enough to carry the entire team, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's
And
not even he doesn't have that experience to carry that
I know,
team.
but he's obviously their best. He's their best
he
player.
was
Actually, he's
missed.
their best.
He was
Yeah,
missed
he was
yesterday.
big time. He was.
He went to
He was
midfield. He
missed
was
yesterday. And for whatever reason, they did not bring on Luke Bakio. I didn't get that.
No,
It
he
didn't
did.
make
They
any
did. They did.
sense to me.
Lukobako came in
They left
yesterday.
that guy on the bench.
He came in
He came
yesterday.
in late. He came in around 60th minute or so. Why, if you're not starting with Doku, why not start with him? You now started
Lukaku.
Ketelare and Salamekas on the wings. How? Two wingers that can run.
he's the manager, and then they're
hmm.
blaming
No.
blaming Martinez for how he
Oh
ruined the
yeah,
generation and all of that. Yeah, the next manager cannot do anything with the new generation he has. It's disappointing.
no. Rudy Garcia is not good. They gave Rudy Garcia a Napoli team that just won the league. They almost they were mid-table.
And they still went and gave him the Belgium
They were
club.
mid-table. In fact, he didn't even finish the season. No, Rudy
No, he
Garcia
did it. He did it. He did
is
it.
ancient. He didn't even
Yeah.
finish
So,
that
David, your
season.
disappointing one. You had a list of people that have been disappointing so far. Pablo, sorry, I
Yeah,
said
a
David.
lot of disappointing teams in this World Cup. I'm looking at them. I was expecting a lot from. Let me start with some of the European teams. Sweden, they've had a high, and then they just had an incredible low. Scoring high in the first game,
Hmm.
then incredibly dipping in the second game.
I'm surprised Sweden is shocking you. Honestly,
Uh,
and yes,
why
what they're doing is what I
why I
expected.
said that is because they snuck through the back door to this World Cup, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly why. Exactly
Like
why I didn't
how
expect
did they
much
get
from
there?
them.
They crashed out in the qualifiers. They crashed out in
Without
yeah
winning any game,
yeah
put that.
yeah.
Without winning any game, put
Then
that there.
crashed out in the knockout stages. That's the qualifiers after the qualifiers. Then they got in through the back door by
Yeah,
points through
through
Nations
Nations League
League.
because they topped their Nations League
I'm
group.
like
That's it. That's how
I'm
they
like
got
Yeah.
to.
That's what happens when you have a potent
really,
striker like
and
Gyökeres.
he couldn't
Yes.
turn
And
up
even
in the
scored in the
second game.
first game too. But
It had to be a wasted.
it
He did.
It
happens.
had
Funny
to be a
enough, he
It
wasted
did.
happens.
Elanga that will come
It
and turn up
happens.
and score a goal. Come on, bro.
He did.
Bruh.
Elanga is not wasted.
So
Don't say that.
that way, for the number
Because we are
one
doing country facts.
underwhelming team, I'll start with Sweden. Then I'll go with Belgium, as the guys have said. There's also Senegal. I don't know how they just messed up that last game. They were really playing well, and then they
Mm,
just
The same thing. The same thing.
yeah,
Composure. That's the
maybe
problem with
maybe
almost most
maybe
of these
stage
African
fright,
teams. It's composure.
and I don't see them having any hope against.
But Senegal has been there. That's why I don't get it. They've been
Yeah,
there. Like especially this group of players. They've been
yeah.
there.
So
So why are you getting things
so
right? I don't
so
get it.
I don't know what comes because in that team I don't know what becomes of them when they face Norway. I think the game is today. I don't know what
Yeah,
it
this night.
doesn't get easier for them, bro. Like they face Norway, and then after that, maybe they'll most likely get 3 points against
That's why I was
Iraq.
telling David that I don't know if Senegal gets through that group. Is I'll know from the result of
May,
Norway. That's why I was telling you that they
maybe
might not
they're
make it.
going to be
But
the third
let's see what.
best. Maybe just get 3 points against Norway.
Yeah, but it depends on the scoreline they lose to Norway though. That will
I
depend on what they
and
how they
why
play
it's
Norway.
annoying is look at the goal that Mbappe scored against a keeper that is quite experienced. In what's this guy Mendy? Like, are you serious? That kind of go from outside the
it
bro.
happens, big
It
man.
happens.
It's
I think I would
football.
have been more
It's
annoyed with
football.
the first goal than Mbappe's second. The
That
first goal
first
was the
goal
one
was
that
more
annoyed me the
annoying. That's why I'm
most.
so pissed right now. Anyway, another underwhelming team, as the guys have said, Croatia, 0 points after one game. Most likely going to get 1 point
Mm.
against Panama because Panama are going to try to defend. Another team that is also underwhelming is Bosnia. Why I mention Bosnia is because
Mm.
I think Bosnia struggled, worked really hard, beat Italy to get here, and then all for them to not to just have a point, literally. Like maybe after two games.
Yeah, but they were not. Bosnia was not good. That's why it was shocking.
Yeah, but they have a
They're
very,
not. Bosnia is not that
they have
good.
a
Let's
very
be
good
honest.
defense. They have a very good defense. So that's the
Yeah,
thing. So apart from that, um, Iran showed up today. Showed up
yeah.
at the World Cup. Got a draw against Belgium, which is good. But then, like all the other teams, I'm surprised European teams are going with the squad that they went with for the World Cup when there are other players that could have done a better job. Netherlands too are underwhelming. Forget the high scoring game they had. I don't understand what Ronald Koeman is doing with that defense. I don't understand what Ronald Koeman is doing with that defense. You have,
I think it's to be fair. I don't think it's a
yeah,
good
but
defensive
yeah,
coach. To
but
be fair, it's not. It's
yeah,
not
but
really
if you
hard.
look at that
And
defense,
also, Timber not being there has affected them too.
yeah, bro,
Timber not being there too
Yeah,
has
yeah,
affected
but
them
Timber is
because
injured.
Timber would have played. Timber would have played ahead of Van Hecke because Van Hecke
Vaneka
wasn't playing as a centre back.
Vaneka is not a it's not a right back or left back. He's a centre back. Then you play Vaneka, you play Van Dijk, you play what's his name? This Tottenham guy, Van der Beek.
Van der Ven.
Yeah, Van der
all
Ven.
the
You play
Vans.
Van der Ven. You play flat. That's a flat back four, literally. Then maybe there's a Dumfries on the right. Like I don't understand what's going on in that defense. You play Van der Ven as your left back or left. I just don't understand. Is he trying to
Left back.
Is he
It's
trying
the
to
pace.
copy
Just try and use the pace.
Pep Guardiola playing flat back four? It doesn't make sense at all. That back four is Van Dijk is a negative for them in that defense. But I don't like calling players net negatives. Maybe their presence alone is just maybe going to help the team. But yeah, I was not impressed by Netherlands.